Hello everyone, and sorry if the camera angle's weird, but right now the sun's coming in my window kinda weird, so I gotta configure it a little bit, so please excuse if the angle's weird. Welcome back to another one of my Addison's disease web videos. This one is talking about Addison's disease and a social life. I'm going to talk about my experience of trying to have a social life and friends, to give you guys an idea and just tell you a little bit about how hard it can be and what to kind of expect going into trying to have a social life with Addisons. Now, if you have a really good support system, as you find throughout a lot of these videos, I talk about support system. It really does make or break whether you're lonely as hell or you do have people around you. Now, my family and friends kind of went wah on me when it comes to being a support system with Addisons. So I did have one friend though, but she went off to college and now she's living in a different state, so we drifted off, we don't talk anymore, but she was very, very understanding when it came to my Addison's disease and what was wrong, and accommodating and understanding that I can't be out pounding the pavement and doing different things, and just, she was very understanding and very great. So I do have hope that there are people out there who will be willing to work with me and to understand about my Addison's disease and try to be a good friend with me, but I am very bitter in a way because I've seen the bad side of a lot of people. So my teen years were very lonely because a lot of my friends didn't want to be slowed down by me, they didn't want to understand, and it just was easier for me to just sit back and go, you know what, screw it. I'd rather just sit at home and just not try. It got to that point for me because it was just easier to be like, you know what, you don't want to be slowed down by me, fine. It was a very lonely, awkward phase for me, and it can be very hard for a teen year in social life, and I have videos on that. I'm 21 now, turning 22, of course, next year. I'm in the partying phase, and I have no honest-to-God care to go out and drink a bunch and to party and to just, be up all night doing all kinds of things. For me, with my Addisons, for some weird reason, it's harder for me to be up later and go do things for some reason. I do better if I'm in bed a little bit earlier and get up earlier. I'm a morning bird, basically, not a night owl. And a lot of my friends and a lot of people I've met are very much night owl people. They don't like to get up early, and they don't want to try to accommodate and try to do things earlier in the day. So for me to go out, because I don't really have many friends right now because of the fact that I'm not trying to get out, there and make the friends, and also because it's just very, very hard. At least it's hard for me, because it's like, I like to go bowling. Okay, so my friend likes to go bowling. She likes to go midnight bowling. And she doesn't want to go bowling any other time. And that's something I face a lot with people, is they don't want to try to, it's like I physically will get sick and just can't be up at 1 o'clock midnight bowling. I just physically can't do that after already doing so many other things. It doesn't matter if I lay down and rest. It's because my body is used to a certain time, and it's used to being in bed at that time. And I feel I shouldn't have to accommodate in a way that would make me sick just because they could go out maybe at 4 o'clock instead and go bowling, instead of doing it just a little bit earlier. And that's something I run into a lot with people. Like, if I was to say to go out and have drinks with people in the evening, I can't drink in the evenings because my stomach's weird and I have low blood sugar, and alcohol doesn't mix very well with it for me, so I prefer to drink a little earlier in the day, and that might not be as well for people. But then again, on the weekends when people don't have nothing to do, why not go get lunch and have a drink or something? I don't care to get knocked out drunk. Just why can't we go out earlier? I've run into a lot of people who don't want to try to work with me and do different things, so it's something that you might run into as well, of people not understanding that it can be very hard to pound the pavement and do these things, or be up late and do all this stuff. It can be very hard. I will say, going into trying to find new friends, I'm probably going to look at an older group of people, because of the fact that I feel they'll be more understanding to health issues, because they're a little older, a few things that presented, to them. few health problems have come up in their life, and I may even try to look to friends and people who have health issues. And I'm not, I'm not going to tell you to go out and be friends with people who are sick just because they're sick. No, I kind of want to because I feel there may be a bit of understanding there. Like, maybe there'll be a little bit more, like, I get it. I get it, especially people with, like, MS, fibromyalgia, they can understand, like, I get it. You can't go out and run 24/7, let's go out and just do a little something and then be done. Or I wish a lot of people would understand, okay, maybe I'm not the friend you can pound the pavement and go to all the bar hopping with, but I could be someone you just go have brunch, catch up a little bit, and then go have fun with those friends you can go pound the pavement with. Something you will find in this day and age is it's give me, give me, give me. Nobody's compassionate to anything someone else has wrong with them. It's a very selfish society we live in, and it's very unforgiving and uncaring more than it's ever been, truthfully. People don't want to try to be anything better. People don't want to try to understand what's wrong. And having Addison's disease, you will see how ignorant a lot of people really are to health problems and what's wrong with the body. Even doctors themselves. I've had an eye doctor misunderstand what Addison's disease was. Mind you, he is an eye doctor, but still. It's really it's just amazing how inconsiderate, uncaring, and ununderstanding people can be. And I know I sound very bitter talking about people in life for being 21, but I've seen the bad side of everything. And if you got a good support system and you got people who understand, then I'm very happy for you, because it'll make it so your life's a lot better, and you're not so lonely, and you're not so like, come on people. My problem always is like, why can't you just, like I just said, go out to brunch and then go run the streets with those people, Why can't you switch your life up a little bit? Or like, okay, maybe you're not a morning person, so maybe we'll go have like an early dinner or something, and it'd be an early dinner for me and a lunch for you. We'll go out at 3 or 4 or something. Or, maybe we'll go out kind of like go look at some stores or something, go walk around the mall for a little bit. It's like I'm willing to work with somebody else if they'd work with me and understand too. But that's just the hardest thing, is getting people to be compassionate and understanding in this world. It's gimme, gimme, gimme. It's if you ain't got time to be with me, I don't want to make time for you. It just really sucks. So pretty much, Addison's disease in a social life is really just trying to find people who will understand, and it can be very hard and very difficult. I don't really have much advice for you in this situation, except for maybe if you have friends that you've had before you got the disease, and now you have it and you can't do things like you used to, and you're struggling with that friendship, maybe talk to them and be like, hey, maybe I can't do XYZ anymore, but maybe we could compromise and do something else, is what I really would suggest the most for you. So really, I hope this video helped you, and that's the best thing I can say about Addison's disease and having a social life. It can be very fulfilling, it can be very good. Compromise on both ends, and good luck finding people who will, because especially when you're younger, it can be very hard, because when you're young, you're full of piss and vinegar and you just want to party and be stupid, and it's like, I can't be stupid. If I'm stupid, I'll be very sick and lose my life a lot quicker than you will. So anyways, I do hope this video has helped you, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.